Hello, and welcome to night. There is nowhere you need to be. The day is over, and the world can wait until morning. Imagine standing on the edge of a quiet cliff. The air is cool, carrying the gentle scent of salt from the endless ocean. Far away, a lighthouse shines its warm golden light, slowly turning through the darkness. With every wave reaching the shore, with every soft breath you take, you feel a little lighter, a little calmer, a little sleepier. Our story begins many years ago, on a lonely island where the sea never truly slept. Chapter 1. The island that whispered far beyond the busy cities, beyond the crowded harbors. There was a small island that almost no map remembered. It was a peaceful place. Every morning, the waves greeted the rocky shore with quiet rhythm. Every evening, the sky painted itself with shades of orange, purple, and silver. At the highest point of the island stood an old lighthouse. Its white walls had been touched by thousands of storms. Its windows reflected countless sunsets. Inside lived an old lighthouse keeper named Elias. He had lived there for nearly 40 years. Every evening, just before sunset, he climbed the narrow spiral staircase, step after slow step, until he reached the great lantern above. He cleaned the glass carefully, polished every mirror, checked every gear. And finally, as darkness covered the sea, the great light awakened. Slowly, it turned. Across the endless water, its golden beam traveled farther than anyone could imagine. Some believed the light guided ships. Others believed it guided lonely hearts. Elias never argued with either story, because after 40 years, he had learned that the sea held many secrets, and not every secret needed an answer. Tonight, as the wind moved gently through the grass, he noticed something different, far beyond the horizon. A tiny light, not a star, not another lighthouse, something else, something that seemed the lighthouse beyond the endless sea. Chapter 2. The Light. Across the water. The night became quieter. The waves rolled gently against the rocks, as though the ocean itself had grown sleepy. Elias remained standing beside the great lantern. Its warm light circled slowly across the endless sea. He had watched this view every evening for nearly 40 years. Yet tonight, something felt different. Far beyond the dark horizon, the tiny light still remained. It never moved closer. It never drifted away. It simply waited. Elias reached for the old brass telescope that rested near the window. It was older than he was. Its leather covering had faded. Its metal carried the marks of many winters. Carefully, he lifted it to his eye. The distant light shimmered softly. For a moment, it almost disappeared beneath the waves. Then, it returned again. Steady, gentle, almost peaceful. He lowered the telescope. Perhaps it was another lighthouse. Perhaps a lonely fishing boat. Or perhaps something the sea wished to keep secret. Elias smiled to himself. The sea had always been full of mysteries. He had stopped trying to solve them many years ago. Instead, he simply watched. The wind drifted through the open window. It carried the scent of salt, wet stone, and distant rain. The great lantern continued its endless circle, turning, never rushing, just like time itself. Outside, thousands of stars covered the sky. Some shone brightly, others flickered quietly. Each one seemed to tell a story that no one had ever finished. Elias remembered something his grandfather had once told him. Every light you see in the darkness belongs to someone searching for home. As a young boy, he never understood those words, but after spending most of his life beside the sea, they finally made sense. Not everyone searches for a place. Sometimes people search for peace. Sometimes they search for hope. And sometimes they simply search for one quiet night where nothing needs to be explained. The lighthouse had become that place, not only for sailors, but somehow for Elias himself. The mysterious light still glowed far beyond the horizon, patient, silent, waiting, and without knowing why. Elias whispered softly into the night, "If you're looking for home, the light will stay on." The ocean answered, only with another gentle wave. The lighthouse beyond the endless sea. Chapter 3, The Boat That Arrived Without a Sound. The hours passed gently. The lighthouse continued its slow and faithful rhythm. Light, darkness, light again. Each quiet turn painted a golden path across the calm sea. The wind had grown softer now. Even the waves seemed tired. Their voices had become little more than gentle whispers against the shore. Elias placed another small piece of wood into them,